Very happy morning, children. Let me move to the next topic. The next topic name is effect of intensity of incident light on photoelectric current. Effect of intensity of incident light. What is mean by intensity? Intensity is nothing but strength of the light. So, effect of intensity of incident light on photoelectric current. This is the very important detailed question answer from your 8th lesson. So, this is the apparatus, the evacuated glass tube. This is the evacuated glass tube. It is attached with the windows. That is the quartz window. This part is called as the quartz window. Then two electrodes are placed inside the evacuated glass tube. The cathode C is connected to the PQ. This is the potential divider. Potential difference divider. So the C cathode, it is the negative plate which is connected to the negative terminal of the potential divider. Then anode A, which is connected to the positive terminal of the potential divider. Potential divider, PQ is the potential divider. Then mu A is the ammeter, that is a micro ammeter. Micro means 10 power minus 6 ampere current. So very least amount of current passing through in between the two electrode means we can easily find out the value of accurate least current by the help of the micro ammeter. So micro means 10 power minus 6. 10 power minus 6 value is very minute current passing between the C and A, that is the two electrode in between the pass achana adu kuda நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா calculate பண்ணலாம். Micro ammeter is a device which is used to determine the very least or minute current passing through between the two electrodes. Then another one is the voltmeter. So this is the voltmeter which is connected between the anode and the cathode, because so potential difference is very important. So maintain the potential difference with the help of the voltmeter. So voltmeter la நம்ம ரீடிங்க பார்த்தோம்னாலே எவ்வளவு potential difference இருக்கு in between the plates A க்கும் B க்கும் betweenல எவ்வளவு potential difference இருக்குன்னு find out பண்றதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ற டிவைஸ் தான் voltmeter. The voltmeter is a device which is connected between the anode and the cathode. So this is the setup, experiment setup. Then let me move to the next topic. So effect of intensity of incident light on photoelectric current. The next topic is, so this is the important topic, 3-mark topic. Effect of intensity of incident light on photoelectric current. So this is the graph you can easily understand. When the intensity of incident light is increases, that means potential difference between the anode and the cathode should be constant. Then the frequency between the anode and the cathode also should be constant. So frequency is constant. Then potential difference between the anode and the cathode is also constant. Only we can vary the intensity of the incident light. So this suitable frequency of intensity of incident light will be increases. What happened? Intensity of incident light. Intensity of incident light placed along the x-axis. Incident light placed along the x-axis. In y-axis, photoelectric current. Y-axis, photoelectric current, which is placed along the y-axis. What happened when the intensity of incident light, that means strength of the light is increases, means what happened? So the strength of the light, intensity of the light increases means the negative plate, incident on the negative plate, what happens? The electron eject from the cathode. The electrons eject from the cathode. What happened? The work function takes place. What is meant by work function? minimum energy required to escape the electrons from the metal surface. Here this is the cathode is the metal surface. So incident light, intensity of the incident light is increases. What happens? The outermost orbital electrons is easily escape because the energy of the electron will be increases due to the increasing intensity of the incident light. So the electron's energy is increases means it will move from outermost orbital to the outer side of the metal. So electron easily eject from the metal surface. So because the energy of the electron will be increases. So this is the work function. So work function is high. So ejected electrons attracted by the anode because anode is connected to the positive terminal. So positive terminal of the anode attract this ejected electrons or emitted electrons. So the emitted electrons attracted by the anode. So the microammeter shows the deflection. So we can easily understand when the intensity of the incident light is increases, the current flow from in between the two electrodes. So microammeter shows the deflection. So in this condition, two important point is potential difference between the two electrodes should be constant. Then frequency of the incident light should be constant. So this is very important point. Two terms are constant. Only one term is changed. Which term? Intensity of the incident light only changes. So when the intensity of the incident light increases, what happens? The graph is plotted between the intensity of the incident light and the photoelectric current. So when the intensity of the incident light is increases, the photoelectric current also increases because the flow of charges is increases. So the graph clearly says intensity of the incident light is increases, photoelectric current also increases. So this is very important topic, children. Please note it down. So very important simple concept is when the intensity of the incident light is increases, the photoelectric current is increases. The next topic is effect of potential difference on photoelectric current. So this is the next topic, effect of potential difference on photoelectric current. In this case, very important thing is the intensity of the incident light should be constant, kept at a constant. Intensity of the incident light kept at a constant. Now what happens? Only we can change the potential difference between the two electrodes with the help of the potential divider. So this is the voltmeter. We can easily find out the value of the potential difference between the anode and the cathode. So now this is the important topic, effect of potential difference on photoelectric current. When the potential difference is vary, what happened in the photoelectric current? So when we increase the potential of the anode, first step, when we increases the potential difference of anode with the help of the battery, what happens? That more attractive force acting on the cathode. So the intensity of the incident light should be constant. The continuously fall on the cathode. What happens? All the electrons are ejected from the cathode. So the more attractive force acting from the anode to the cathode, the electrons, kinetic energy of the electrons will be increases. That means the electrons moving in a very fast manner from cathode to the anode, further increasing the potential of the positive potential of the anode. The attractive force is more and more value. So the electrons, all the electrons from the cathode, that is the negative electrode, will be attracted by the anode. So all the electrons are ejected from the cathode means the electrons goes to zero. So zero value of electrons in the cathode. Suddenly, let me change the potential of the anode. What happens? இந்த anode இருக்கிற terminal positive terminal சடனா சேஞ்ச் பண்ணும் நெகட்டிவா சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிடுச்சுனா the kinetic energy of the electrons will be decreases. It is not immediately goes to zero level because cathode and anode between ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு, electrons move ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு. சடனா நீங்க பொட்டன்ஷியலை சேஞ்ச் பண்ணா நெகட்டிவா மாத்திட்டீங்கன்னா பாசிட்டிவா நெகட்டிவா மாத்தினா repulsive force acting on the electrons and between repulsive force acting between the electrons and this anode rod. So என்ன ஆகும் எலக்ட்ரோடு இந்த இடத்துல நெகட்டிவ் சார்ஜ் தான் இது மாறின உடனே இமிடியேட்டா ஜீரோ வராது எலக்ட்ரான் கைனடிக் எனர்ஜி இமிடியேட்டா ஜீரோ வராது. It will take some time. So particular time only the electrons are all stopped. So particular time is called as a stopping potential. எந்த potential value இந்த electrons உடைய kinetic energy flow of electrons stop பண்ணுதோ it is called stopping potential. அது என்ன பண்ணுது ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடுது because the anode becomes a negatively charged plate. That means cathode change பண்ணிடும். அப்போ என்ன ஆகும் the electrons kinetic energy of the electron values goes to zero. This is called stopping potential. So when we change the potential difference means I1 current flows in V1 potential, I2 current flows for the V2 potential, I3 current flow for the V3 potential. So potential difference increases means the current value also flow of current is also increases. So that is why I3 is greater than I2, then I2 is greater than the I1. So the stopping potential V0 is the stopping potential, is otherwise called a retarding potential. Retardation. Do you know the retardation in 11th standard? We already discussed about the retardation. Negative acceleration is called as a retardation. Here this is the retarding potential because all the electrons are goes to stop or goes the kinetic energy of the electrons is equal to the zero. So it is called the stopping potential. So stopping potential is that value of negative retarding potential given to the collecting electrode A, which is just sufficient to stop the most energetic photoelectron emitted and make the photo current zero. So the kinetic energy of the electrons is zero means the flow of current also zero. So photoelectric current is goes to zero level. So this is the derivation. We can easily understand the concept of effect of potential difference on photoelectric current. What is the formula for the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is the maximum kinetic energy, which is equal to half mv maximum square. Half v m maximum square. So the most of the work function is happened during this process. So work function formula is this kinetic energy, which is equal to the E V0. E V0. So kinetic energy is equal to maximum kinetic energy is equal to electron volt. V0 is represent the stopping potential because the anode will become a negative terminal, negative rod. Electrode means all the kinetic energy of the electrons goes to zero. So maximum kinetic energy is equal to electron volt. Volt means that is the stopping potential. E V0. So rearrange this equation we get the next step. Rearrange this equation. So here V, that is the velocity, maximum velocity is equal to root of, here this term goes to left hand side, means what happened? 2 E divided by. So this is very important point, children. Very important concept of frequency. That is this is frequency formula. Frequency, that is a potential difference formula from this equation. Here this equation is V maximum is equal to rearrange this equation 2E V0 divided by m. So V maximum, that is V velocity maximum is equal to velocity maximum is equal to root of 2 electron volt stopping potential divided by mass. This is very important point, children. So do you know the value of electron and mass of the electron? Yes, V maximum is equal to root of 2 into 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 into V0 divided by m. So m is mass of the electron. Mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31. So let me multiple and divided this term V V maximum, that is the velocity of the electrons. Velocity of the electrons is equal to the 5.93 into 10 power 5 into root of V naught. This is very important value, children. Please note it down. V maximum, that means velocity of the maximum velocity of the electrons is equal to the 5.93 into 10 power 5 root of V naught. So this is very important concept. It is implied the maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectron is independent of the intensity of the incident light. Maximum kinetic energy of the electrons is independent of the incident light, because incident light should be kept constant. Constant only potential difference vary potential difference vary the kinetic energy of the electrons value increase. It is not dependent upon the intensity of the radiation. So intensity of the incident light base the concept is maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons is independent of the intensity of the incident light. So this is very important topic, children. Please note it down, this formulas, definitions.